With all of the dishes and towels and cash, do the ghosts in Luigi's Mansion 3 have a hoarding problem?
I'm Mac Fraser,
I'm Backrolls.
and we're the Nintendo Nerds.
We're a comedy and gaming duo here to help you craft and play your way to a better day.
We met in the not-too-distant past during some spirited online Mario Kart, and as it turns out, we share a love for art, gaming, and all things Nintendo.
And we want to share our nerdy knowledge with you.
So stick around, because in today's video, we're going to be talking about our initial impressions of Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so I think we've got a few days of this now, because it came out on Thursday, and we're recording on Sunday.
Yes, we hope you had a great Halloween. We certainly did, playing a bunch of Luigi's Mansion 3.
And eating far too much candy. I expected a ton of kids, and I did not get nearly half of what I thought, and so I have two big bowls downstairs. But God, too much sugar. Too much sugar. In any case, I digress. Hopefully y'all had a good Halloween, and maybe you found some time in there to play Luigi's Mansion. I know that Backrolls did, because he shut his porch light off.
I definitely did. I wanted to make sure I got a couple of hours into the hotel to make sure that I had a decently formed opinion on it before we recorded. And I'm having such a great time. I think we're both at about the same point in the game, about 3.5 hours in, and it's been tremendous. Spoiler alert for how we feel for the rest of this review.
Review over, but please don't click out. Let's finish this chat first. The first thing that I have to say about this game is that the intro was something that really pulled me in right away. Immediately, I was like, okay, this is going to be something that I'm going to enjoy. Just the little quirks of that little intro video. Mario and Luigi and Peach and the Toads drive into the hotel that they didn't know was haunted yet in that little van with Toad. It really makes you feel like you're watching a movie or like you're watching a Saturday morning cartoon. Nintendo just has such a good way of putting forward the images and the feelings that they want you to feel without any sort of dialogue happening.
Well, and that makes it universal. There is no country in which this game will not be funny, in my opinion. There are so many little details that they took to amp up the charm and the comedy factor. When in that first scene, when Luigi is standing upright and relaxed, I actually thought to myself, I don't really like his character model that much, which is surprising to me. And then it turns to night and he hunches over and he starts to get scared. And I go, I completely take it back. I love his character model. It's so cute.
That's the Luigi that we know.
And so many little things, little details that are constantly making me laugh. They're so slapsticky. That opening cinematic that you mentioned, I love that Toad can't see over the dashboard, and so because of that, the bus is careening off of the side. What would be a normal shot of just panning up to the hotel, the bus goes over the curb as it pulls up.
And I'm pretty sure the muffler fell off.
I think it did.
So anyways, we get to the hotel and we meet the owner. What's her name? I can't remember. Helen Gravely, who, for those of you who might get this reference, she's like Yzma of the Mario world. That's kind of what she seems like to me. But she welcomes you to this hotel, and immediately you kind of know that something is off. Things are not quite what they seem. And then, lo and behold, doesn't take very long. Luigi's friends get captured, and we get dropped right in.
It was very surprising to me how early you actually acquired Luigi, but in hindsight, that just makes sense because they want you playing co-op in this game. But you're handed all the tools pretty early, and from there, the puzzle solving begins, and the puzzle solving is so much fun. It's casual and soothing and frankly delightful.
Along with the puzzle solving, I just love that everything is interactive. You can pull everything off a shelf. You can pull the blankets off the beds. You can pull the curtains off the curtain rods. You can pull all of the dishes and teacups off of the tables. It's so fun to walk around and kind of leave a room in absolute shambles compared to what you found it, and then walking away with all this cash in your pocket too.
And will all of this suit you? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on the room you just walked into, but the game encourages you to try and find out. Are you going to get a couple of gold bars by opening the toilet, or are you going to get a Jack-in-the-Box scare? Open it and find out.
Absolutely. And then, there's these holes in the walls. We were talking about Luigi a little bit. There's these holes in the walls, grates in the floors, and you always got to kind of be on the lookout, because sometimes you're going to find these pipes in the walls that Luigi can go through that Luigi can't. But the only way that you're going to find it is if you pull all the clothes off of the hangers. So you really got to keep an eye out. There's also going to be, secret passageways and secret compartments behind walls that open up if you spin the ceiling fan fast enough, or if you spin the chairs in the barber shop. Like, it really does invite you to use your poltergust on literally everything in the game.
It's like they watched the old cinematics of Frankenstein and Dracula's castle, and you pull the candlestick and the bookcase turns and put the candle back. And like they went from there, and they decided to make the entire world feel like that. Like everything is just a lever pull or a crankshaft away from discovering a new staircase or a pile of treasure. And the game is so fun at encouraging that. And then you get into the ghost battles, which are also a ton of fun.
And for someone like me who hasn't played Luigi's Mansion since the original one on the GameCube, because unfortunately I skipped the 3D one, it's been a long time for me. But one of the things that, and Backrolls, you had mentioned this to me previously, is that, Next Level Games had done such a spectacular job of really giving a lot of character to the enemies that we encounter in this game. I think it was in the first one you said, where you kind of go down the hallway, and then the boss at the end of that is the giant baby.
Yes, it was the parents that you fought, and then at the end of it was the baby. That really stands out to me as a very strong gaming moment that introduced the world of Luigi's Mansion. And I do think Next Level Games is taking that feeling of creating those memories and making these ghosts very memorable. Now, there are some rank and file ghosts that look pretty generic, and then you get to these mini boss battles, and they are just an absolute delight. All of them are just oozing personality, you might say.
Ooh. But yeah, that first one that you encounter against the maid, where she eats the briefcase, and you kind of think, okay, I got to flash her with the flashlight and I got to stun her. But that doesn't quite work. That's not exactly how it goes. You have to shoot a plunger at the suitcase that she's eaten to be able to smash her against the ground to finish the boss battle. So it's not just like the old days of Luigi's Mansion, where it was stun and vacuum. You really do have to think and look a little bit more now and figure out exactly, okay, what is the nuance here? How do I get around this boss to actually be able to defeat them?
And this is just a couple of hours in. We're really excited at the tremendous opportunities that the puzzle solving and combat mechanics will have to offer throughout the game.
So finally, I think we should talk a little bit about the multiplayer here. I have not spent too much time with it. I did get involved in some online multiplayer this morning, though. The Scream Tower, or Scream Scraper is what it's called.
Scraper.
And oh my goodness, I just can't seem to get that right every time. But in any case, you get involved with some other people online, or even in a co-op capacity, where you go through different floors of this scare scraper. And you either have to collect a certain amount of ghosts, or you have to collect toads and make sure that they get out safely. But along the way, different things will happen. There'll be switches that you have to step on, where you need all 4 people and their Luigis to be able to open up a secret door, or occasionally the lights will go out and you have to go around and look for the electrical panels so that you can flash it with your flashlight to get the lights back on. And I think that there's a lot of potential for fun here. I definitely think it would be a good time. I unfortunately did not try it with any sort of voice chat, and I think that did me a bit of a disservice, because I think it is quite team-based. And the thing is, like Splatoon, where occasionally you will get splatted and you need someone to come and help you, occasionally you'll have things happen, like a door will open on you and you'll be stuck behind it and you can't get out, and you have to call for help. But you got to hope that your teammates that you're playing with, these other people from other parts of the internet, are going to come and help you, because occasionally they won't, and you end up being kind of stuck behind this door with nothing to do until the end of the battle. There are some other multiplayer modes available. I'll be honest, I don't think either of us have gotten involved in them yet, because they're offline only, and we just haven't done it.
Yeah, I think we are in agreement that overall, if you are a Salmon Run player in Splatoon 2, this won't be an overwhelming world shifter for you, but it is a fun novelty in addition to what is a tremendously fun single-player and co-op game.
So, in the last few days we've had with Luigi's Mansion 3, this game appears to be everything that we'd really hoped for. A delightfully silly game that encourages you to explore every nook and cranny of this haunted hotel.
The environments are varied, the boss battles are a lot of fun, and for the first time, we have some multiplayer mayhem to enjoy as well, though we will have to see how much further they decide to take it with the upcoming paid DLC.
Have you been playing Luigi's Mansion 3? How does it stack up compared to the previous entries in the series for you? We want to know. Leave us a post in the comments section below.
Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more nerdy content, click that subscribe button.
As always, we hope you leave this video ready to pick up a Pro Controller, a paintbrush, or a pen. I'm Mac Fraser.
I'm Backrolls, and this has been the Nintendo Nerds.